It's finally happening as the San Jose Sharks are debuting a highly anticipated line combination, which has fans fired up. Plus, Barracuda player wins AHL Player of the Month, and much more coming up on this episode of Sharks Digest. But before we dive into everything here, we gotta say that 59% of you guys watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel. So if you want to stay up on the latest Sharks news, rumors, everything happening around the San Jose Sharks, make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. But with that said, before we talk about the highly anticipated line combination that has unfolded here in San Jose for tonight's game against the Anaheim Ducks, we gotta talk about Andrew Podorowski, a guy who is playing with the San Jose Barracuda and has been a star player for them all season long. And this month, he was named the AHL's Player of the Month, having 22 points in just 12 games, 9 goals, 12 assists. This guy has been on fire for the San Jose Barracuda, really leading their charge to hopefully winning a Calder Cup this year. Just looking at his stats, how good this guy has played this season, he has 73 points in 59 games, well over a point per game player, and it's just great to see this guy really put up those numbers. We've seen him have a 100-point season just 2-3 seasons ago, so him getting back on that pace, becoming a AHL stud is great to see. And I know a lot of people have been seeing on Twitter, a lot of Sharks fans have been saying, how come we haven't had this guy up? I mean, we've only had him up for, 3 games this season? But I think they're kind of leaving him down there. He is 31 years old, so he is getting up there in age. He's on his first year of a 2-year deal here, so I think this is a guy who they want to leave down there, and I'm sure he wants to stay down there, obviously, in a season where the Sharks aren't really competing. Obviously, they're out of the playoffs at this point, so leaving him down there and leading the charge to win a Calder Cup is definitely the best for the organization and best for Podorowski as well. And I think this is a guy that next season, if we need a center or we need a call-up in dire straits, this is a guy who will get a chance. And if he comes up and makes and impresses and just shows his ability, I think this is a guy who could potentially stay up with the team. I mean, putting up 73 points in the AHL isn't an easy feat, so I think this is great for him. I mean, at 31 years old, obviously coming to the back 9 of his career now, maybe he could start to be a bottom 6 guy for this San Jose Sharks team. But there was some sad news for Barracuda fan as Podorowski is now out week to week with injury, and good news, he doesn't require surgery, so he is just basically resting up here now until the playoffs in the AHL do eventually start, which makes sense. You want your best player back at 100% for that time, so it's just great news to hear that obviously this isn't a serious injury, and also great news to hear about how good he is playing in his first season with the organization. And I think this is definitely a guy who could impress in training camp, impress in the preseason, and potentially crack this roster next season. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on Podorowski down below in the comment section. We're going to get to the exciting news today. The big line combination that is happening. That is right. The Sleepover Line is happening tonight in the Battle of California between the San Jose Sharks and the Anaheim Ducks. This is going to be a fun one tonight, as Tyler Toffoli, Macklin Celebrini, and Will Smith are all on the top line tonight, and a lot of fans are excited about this. Reactions I've seen online, as well as myself, I'm very excited. This is something we've been waiting to see all season long, because these guys have been playing so good individually, and their just chemistry off the ice is phenomenal. And I think when you have such great chemistry off the ice, it's going to transition to on the ice. If you're having fun out there and you're connecting off the ice, I think it translates to the game on the ice, definitely. And a lot of fans are excited about this. This obviously moves Eklund to the second line. He has been there most of the season, and now he leads the team in points, which is very interesting. I mean, we look at William Eklund. He has 54 points, just jumping Macklin Celebrini there, but Macklin Celebrini has been more of a all-around guy. He's scored 21 goals this season and has really led the charge for the San Jose Sharks. I mean, not to take away anything from Macklin, because he's been setting up a lot of phenomenal goals for the San Jose Sharks this season. And Tyler Toffoli, a veteran guy who's always good for a 20-goal season, it's looking like he could finish this year with a 30-goal season. Another one on the belt of Tyler Toffoli, and I think this is just great to see this line finally come up. I mean, Will Smith's stats aren't here, but he has been good this season. He is fourth currently on the team in regards of point total, and I think this line is really going to click tonight. I really do think that this is going to be something that we are going to be excited to see. I think this game at this point in the season, where we're not battling for a wild card spot, we're clearly eliminated from the playoffs, we get to watch a fun game tonight with one of the most highly anticipated line combinations playing. It's going to be must-watch hockey for San Jose Sharks fans, and it's because it's the Battle of California as well, between Anaheim and San Jose. So I think it's going to be a great game tonight, and I can't wait to see these guys get on the ice together, and hopefully this does spark some offense for this team, because as we see in a quote from San Jose Hockey Now from our guy, Sheng Peng, that all these articles will be linked below in the comment section, so make sure to go down below in the description to check out these articles. You want to read them all for yourself. This is what he had to say here. Ryan Warsofsky said during Tuesday morning skate this morning that we've only scored 2 goals in the last 2 games. Yes, offense has been at an all-time low for the San Jose Sharks. So he said, we're just trying to get something going, and doing that is by putting all the guys who are getting all the points on the same line, just doing a little bit of a shake-up. The guys, they have the mentor and mentee mentality between these guys. Obviously, Tyler Toffoli being the older guy, the 2 rookies being the younger guys, and they've really been gelling well off the ice. So why don't we chuck them in the lineup on the ice and see what happens? And I think this is going to be fireworks for the San Jose Sharks tonight. I think this line is really going to get clicking. I wouldn't be surprised if we get 2 or 3 goals out of this line tonight. I'm just going to go out there and say it. But he also did talk about in morning skate what they need to do to kind of get back to playing their game. He said the message this morning is we need to be structured. We don't play with that open style of game. We need to be structured. We need to be detailed. We can't get bored by playing a simple brand of hockey, and that's what sometimes we have a problem with doing. And this is what he was kind of talking about just the other day when he said, they're playing a young game. He wants them to be structured. He wants them to execute the plays that they're running in practice and do stuff like this and not, play that young game by, I got the puck, I'm going to try something to make something work with it. You got to be structured. You got to get the pucks in deep. You got to dump and chase at times. You got to do this. You're not going to be able to openly toe drag an NHL defenseman and make a crazy move around them every time down the ice. Sometimes you need to play old style hockey, and I think that's what he's kind of saying here is, if we start playing that kind of game while mixing in the elements of fun that we have and such great playmakers like Macklin and Celebrini and Will Smith, we will find success there, which is also great to see. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you excited for the debut of the Sleepover Line? And what do you think about Andrew Podorowski? Is this a guy you think could crack the lineup next season? Let me know down below in the comment section. Love going through and reading all your guys' comments, but this is one that is a must-watch game for me tonight. I can't wait to turn this one on. The Sleepover Line is going to be buzzing. I can't wait. But like I said, love to read all your guys' comments, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like on the channel, subscribe as well. We're on the road for 2,000 subscribers here. We appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already, go down below and hit that subscribe button. If you want to check out a video we did just the other day, it'll be popping up on your screen right now. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.